Thanks for joining us this morning. For years, Prince William and Prince Harry seemed to be a tightly bonded team until Harry walked away from the royal family for his new American life.
Now the historian behind Netflix's The Crown, Robert Lacey, is exposing where it all went wrong in his blockbuster book, Battle of Brothers. He joins us now from London town. Robert, good morning to you. Meghan is often blamed for the rift, but you've said tensions date back well before her arrival.
Well before, because the brothers were stereotyped by the system, which is rather cruel. You know, the heir gets all the good notice. As the years go by, the spare fades into the background. When they were teenagers, they had good times together, parties, discotheques, all organised by William. But it was Harry who got the bad headlines. We have this nursery rhyme in England: who's the king of the castle, who's the dirty rascal? And it was when Harry, as a teenager, found out that he was typecast as a court jester that he started to get unhappy. Wow. And then in comes Meghan into his life, and oh look, Harry wins that race anyway, clearly. It's Meghan who crystallizes his unhappiness.
But I mean, dirty rascals are the ones who have all the fun. But they do, I mean, they are. Dirty rascals are much better to hang out with than the king of the castle.
Do tell, Ali.
No, that's okay. But their exit, as you would know, Robert, was called Mexit. But you say it was actually Harry's decision to step away.
Harry is very insistent. He's been on the record on this, saying it wasn't Mexit, it was Harrixit, or whatever you pronounce it. He says it was my decision. I'll take that at face value, but let's face it, Harry, it was when this extraordinary woman came into your life that you changed and created a new Harry in a way. The good Harry, the better Harry that was always there, and which, of course, overshone William. William was very happy while his younger brother was playing the number 2. He was a very loyal number 3 when William and Kate were together. But suddenly, when Meghan comes, he sees a new potential, a new purpose. And there was a time when they were the royal rock stars, and William and Kate weren't happy about that. I suspect that now they're rather happy having Meghan and Harry on the other side of the Atlantic.
Well,
that's horrible to hear.
She's just all kinds of trouble, Meghan. I mean, she is like the Yoko. She is the Yoko, isn't she, of the royal family? Huh?
I'm thinking of writing an article on that very theme, Yoko and Meghan. They're these way out there women who capture these beloved folk icons.
Exactly.
But let's remember, Oko stuck with John all the way. It transformed his whole sort of music and way of life. And I think Meghan's doing just the same with Harry.
You know, I don't agree with everything that Meghan does, but I think it is fair to say that the royal family never welcomed her with open arms.
That's not true. That is not true.
Fair.
I'll arbitrate between you two of you. It's true of the family. The Queen was very welcoming to her, and actually Kate was much more welcoming to her than people believe. But the courtiers hated her. She brought her own American advisors into the palace. There you are, Buckingham Palace behind you. They didn't like that at all. And to this day, that enmity persists. There's the Queen, just the other. Oh, here she is. You see, in these times of COVID, we in Britain look rather desperately to our royal family for signs of unity, for signs of hope. And at the moment, with the family divided, we're rather disillusioned with our monarchy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Queen loved her. I mean, she was sitting next to her all the time just because she was probably a little bit more interesting than her sons and a little bit safer. But I don't know where the future lies. How do we get these two brothers back together? Obviously, it's going to take Meghan leaving Harry, which is on the cards, right?
Wow.
What a suggestion. No, you're right. That could be the price of it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I actually think that next year there's a big occasion, the 1st of July, 60th anniversary of Diana's birth. They're going to unveil a statue in Kensington Gardens to Diana, and both boys have committed to be there. Presumably their wives will be there. Presumably Charles will be there. Presumably Camilla will not be there. This is chickens coming home to roost time. We thought that, you know, all that trouble in the 80s and 90s it was over. But in fact, the unhappiness of these boys in those years with Charles and Diana has come home to roost, and that we see their disorders in the two boys.
Well, let's hope that when they do get together next year, they do make nice and they're friends again, because it's horrible to see.
Yeah, it's troubling.
It is. It is. And, Harry from his unhappy youth took the lesson that he was the product of a loveless marriage. He wanted to go for love. William took the lesson of duty. He was going to be the future king. And this conflict between love and duty is eternal. It happened in 1936 with King Edward VIII. Now we've got it embodied in these two boys. And who knows which is going to win, love or duty?
Robert Lacey, you have put it together for us. Thank you so much for talking with us all the way here in Australia, and best of luck. We can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Look forward to that very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How good.
I'm just worried now that Will and Kate don't love each other and they married for duty.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that whole segment anymore.
Really?
No.
Do you want to take a shower or something?
No.
What's wrong?
I just want everyone to get on. Everyone to love each other.
Do you know what you need? You need that finish. That stuff cleans you right out. The Finish dishwashing tablets.
This job can be so difficult at times. It's all because of this.